Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I thought what I'd do today, before I did the show, let me listen to what Arsene Wengers is going to say at his press conference, because inevitably he's going to be asked a lot of questions about players that are being linked with a move away, about players that he might buy. Now, most of the questions centered around players that are being linked with a move away from the club, which is the situation that we've gotten ourselves into this summer. Intriguingly, asked about Jack Wilshere, Arsene Wenger's comments were, and these are his quotes, he said, it's good that he is back and available. He's not far away. He's talking about his fitness there. I plan for him to be here for the season. After that, we will see. So basically, sounding like Arsene Wenger is saying that Jack Wilshere will not be sold this summer and that Jack Wilshere will be staying at Arsenal. But after that, we will see. He will be here this season. After that, we will see. Again, sounds like another player that's not signing a contract, or a contract's not been signed, and may be allowed to leave for free at the end of the summer, unless Arsenal cash in on him. And there's been rumours flying around today about various clubs linked with him. Aston Villa, being linked with Jack Wilshere. Aston Villa? Is that how far Jack's fallen? No disrespect to Aston Villa, but they are in the Championship right now. But they're being linked with a move for him. Juventus yesterday were being linked. We know that Sampdoria have bid. West Ham have been interested. But Arsene Wenger sounding there like he's saying, listen, we're holding on to Jack Wilshere, we're not selling him, but we'll see next season what happens with him, which sounds like he's not going to sign a new deal. Another guy with 1 year on his contract. And of course, these are the problems that we've stored up. Alexis Sanchez, he was asked about Alexis Sanchez. Now, seeming again to suggest that Alexis Sanchez was definitely going to be staying. He's saying that, listen, when asked about contract negotiations, he's basically saying that there has been no negotiations, but Alexis is back in training and he should be fit for the Liverpool game. He's looking to put him in for the Liverpool game. And again, suggesting that, once again, his stance, which he's been pretty solid on, that he's not going to be sold, which then again means that, as I said, asked about negotiations, he said nothing. No negotiations at all. It sounds like they're not even talking about new contracts and staying at the clubs, etc. Which means that's going to be another guy that will be able to walk away free of charge, end of the season, join whoever he wants. No money for Arsenal. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, asked about him. Is Ox going to be staying? Is Ox going to be... Again, he's pretty strong in this one. Oxlade-Chamberlain, he's saying that I see this guy as an international for the next 2 years, he's saying that Oxlade-Chamberlain is firmly in his plans. Oxlade-Chamberlain is going nowhere. We're keeping Oxlade-Chamberlain. We do know that, there are clubs looking to buy Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chelsea, we heard that were interested. We're interested in coming in with a bid of £35 million. For Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, been suggestions, and I've been very worried that Arsenal might cash in on this. But Arsene Wenger saying again, basically, that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is not going to be sold. However, no details again on a new contract or a new deal. So again, another guy who could walk away for nothing at the end of the season. Lucas Perez, however, he did say in his press conference that, listen, he's opened the door, was his quote, for Lucas Perez to leave. How very nice of him. Lucas Perez must be thinking, thank you, Mr. Wenger, for opening the door for me to leave. I only just signed a new contract here last year. I haven't even given a chance at the club. You gave away my number 9 shirt to Lacazette, and you're now very kindly opening the door for me to leave. Listen, you know what, in football, we have to look on it both ways. As fans, we only look on it from our point of view, and we see the money and stuff like that. But if you think about it, there's no loyalty from the clubs to the players. Should the players show any loyalty back to the club? If we, remember these players, half of them that play for Arsenal, they're not Arsenal supporters, they're footballers plying their trade, right? They may join Arsenal, they may love the fans, they may love the city, but at the end of the day, how they look on it is it's a short career. They got to do what's best for them. Just like the clubs look on it and say, well, you know what, we're doing what's best for us and we can get Lacazette. And I'm not faulting for Arsenal for doing this, but we can get Lacazette. He's better than Lucas Perez. Lucas, goodbye. The door's been opened. So Lucas Perez looks like he's definitely going to be sold and he will definitely be leaving Arsenal. But this is a question that I want to ask everybody on today's show. This is a big gamble by Arsenal that could go two ways. It could be a masterstroke. Well, no, I wouldn't say a masterstroke because these guys shouldn't be on these contracts. But it could be a good judgment by Arsene Wenger where he says, listen, let me keep these guys. Even if they're not going to sign, they'll get me into the Champions League. Because we'll have such a good team. We can possibly win the league if I keep these guys in the team, even if they're going to walk away for nothing. So that's the gamble. If it backfires, Arsenal could have potentially lost a load of money. Estimating, say, what, 50 million for Alexis Sanchez. Got a year left, so if he had more than a year left, he'd be way more than that. But because he's only got a year left, 50 million for him, 50 million for, say, Mesut Ozil. Again, last year of his contract. 35 million, say, for Oxlade-Chamberlain. And let's say 20 million for Jack. That's 155 million pounds that Arsenal could get in for those four players. Should they take the money, reinvest, go out there and buy themselves 3 or 4 top quality players. Say 3, even 2 top quality players with that money. And let those guys leave, because at the end of the season they're going to leave by the looks of it for nothing? Or is this the right move to keep them in the team, try and see what we can win, and if they walk away at the end of the season, that's just how it is. They walked away. What do you guys think? I want you to vote in the poll. Do you think the gamble is right, that we should keep them, or should we sell them and cash in? Vote in the poll that I got up here today. It'd be really interesting to see what you guys got to say. Don't forget, by the way, to check out that brilliant interview by John Smith. It went live last night. It's already got loads and loads of views. It's fascinating. He's a super agent. Some of the things he said on Usmanov, some of the things he said about Arsene Wenger, some of the things he said about contracts, some of the things he said that actually seen those things actually happen at the moment. And he said them before they happened about the transfer window and stuff like that. Fascinating. It's a must watch if you're interested in transfers, to listen to an expert. He was absolutely brilliant in the interview. I was speaking to him today and he's like, oh, Robbie, I slipped in the interview because I said Lucas Perez from Germany. When I went to he goes, for some reason I had Lucas Podolski in my head of Germany, but he did mean Lucas Perez, of course, who's from Spain. But it's a brilliant interview. Make sure you check that out. The video went live yesterday, so check it out. Thanks for watching the show today. We will be back tomorrow here with Transfer Daily. Thank you very much.